You may rise high, achieve greatness, and gain power, but without wisdom, it will all collapse. This is a story when ego meets enlightenment, so watch till the end and change your life. Once upon a time, in the ancient world where mountains breathed clouds and rivers carried secrets, there was a king unlike any other, Sun Wukong, the Monkey King. He was fast, fierce, fearless, and utterly unstoppable. He had mastered weapons, mastered magic, and even mastered immortality. But there was one thing he had never learned to master: himself. The world marveled at his strength. His name traveled faster than the wind, reaching every corner of heaven and earth. Dragons trembled, spirits fled, and even the gods watched in uneasy awe. Sun Wukong could leap across mountains in a single bound, summon storms with a flick of his tail, and defeat armies with a single thought. Yet, despite all this, something deep inside him whispered that he was still incomplete. That whisper, soft at first, soon grew into a roar: ego. Sun Wukong's journey began with fear of death, fear of weakness, fear of being forgotten. So he trained relentlessly. He trained until his muscles felt like steel, his reflexes sharper than the finest blade, and his magic so potent it seemed to bend the very fabric of reality. With each victory, he grew more confident, and with confidence came pride. He began to see himself as untouchable, a being above all rules, above all laws, above even heaven itself. He declared himself the great sage equal to heaven. At first, his pride was like fire, warming, illuminating, protective. It pushed him forward, gave him courage, and inspired those around him. But slowly, it consumed him. The more he believed in his invincibility, the more reckless he became. He broke heavenly laws, mocked the gods, and stole sacred treasures simply because he could. Strength without discipline, the wise say, is like a river without banks, unstoppable but dangerous to everything around it, including itself. The heavens tried to stop him. Celestial generals, dragons, and armies of divine beings fell one after another. Every failed attempt of the heavens only fueled his ego. Every victory convinced him that he was beyond consequence. Yet, Sun Wukong had yet to face the hardest truth of all. The greatest enemy a powerful being can face is not outside. It is within. His mind was untrained. His spirit was restless. His heart, though brave, was blind to its own flaws. And so, the louder he roared, the closer he moved to the edge of his own downfall. Even the wind seemed to pause when he soared, yet it whispered warnings that he refused to hear. Even the stars shimmered with caution, yet he interpreted it as admiration. Power had made him arrogant, and arrogance had made him blind. Finally, when chaos threatened to consume the heavens, the gods called for a force unlike any other, one that could see through strength, through arrogance, through illusions: Buddha. When Buddha arrived, he did not bring armies or weapons. He did not shout, challenge, or threaten. He simply stood, calm and serene, radiating a quiet force far stronger than all of Sun Wukong's raw power combined. "Your power is great," Buddha said softly, "but your mind is untamed, and an untamed mind destroys its own master." Sun Wukong laughed, proud and unyielding. "Test me," he said. "Show me that I cannot go beyond your reach." Buddha raised his hand and said, "Leap beyond my hand, and you will prove your freedom. Fail, and you will learn humility." The Monkey King, filled with pride, did not hesitate. He soared faster than the wind, higher than the clouds, past the distant horizon. He saw mountains glowing like molten gold in the distance and marked them with his signature. "I have reached the end of the universe," he declared. Returning triumphantly, he felt invincible, but Buddha simply smiled. "Look closer," he said. Sun Wukong's eyes widened in disbelief. There, on the tip of Buddha's finger, was the same signature he had carved on the distant mountains. The world had not moved. The universe had not tricked him. He had only been blinded by his ego. With a single motion, Buddha pressed down, and 5 mountains rose: pride, anger, impulse, illusion, ego. Sun Wukong was trapped beneath them, unable to move, not as punishment, but as a lesson. For the first time, he was powerless. The wind no longer answered his call. The stars no longer bent to his will. He was left with only himself, his thoughts, his regrets, and the echo of his own arrogance. And in that silence, he began to see the truth. Power without control is destruction. Strength without discipline is weakness. Ego without humility is a prison of your own making. Days turned into years. Storms raged, seasons changed. Visitors came and left, yet Sun Wukong remained, learning in solitude. He reflected, he meditated, he questioned every choice he had made. And slowly, like a river finally finding its banks, the chaos in his mind began to calm. He realized that mastery over the self is the greatest power of all. The battles outside had been nothing compared to the battles within. Strength without wisdom is fragile. Confidence without humility is dangerous. And freedom without discipline is an illusion. When the mountains finally lifted, Sun Wukong emerged, changed. Still fierce, still fast, still powerful. But now his power served him rather than controlling him. He no longer sought to dominate heaven. He no longer challenged for pride or fame. He had mastered the hardest battlefield, his own mind. And in that mastery, he discovered something far greater than all weapons, spells, or immortality: wisdom, discipline, humility, and inner freedom. The moral, if the story, is that master your mind, or your mind will master you. Because no matter how powerful you are, the moment you stop being humble, the world, or your own decisions, will put a mountain on top of you to make you learn. If this story inspired you, hit subscribe and join us for more life-changing lessons every day.